And it was a flat day on the local market as bullish oil prices continued to worry investors. I spoke to Padley from Patersons Securities just after the closing bell. Well, Padley, oil prices have been starting to play on people's minds globally. Any discernible impact on the local share market?
Well, it's already happened, really. Particularly the oil stocks have had a really good run recently on all this Iranian tension, and the pickup in the oil price to almost $110 sort of came off overnight, and some of the oil stocks are off. But it is sort of a bit bullish that we're talking about the oil price instead of Europe for once. Bullish that we're bearish.
Nice change. Now, as we've heard earlier, Telstra has now received regulatory approval for its structural separation, which underpins the whole of the $11 billion deal, NBN deal. So does this leave itself now open to some sort of share buyback?
Yeah, it does. It's the most anticipated announcement in history. They said they were going to have the deal done, and it pretty much is, not quite, in February. They said that at their AGM, and they said that when they did it, it would open the door to some capital management initiative, and they actually said including potential share buyback. And what they've got to understand is they're a popular stock at the moment. They have a new willing shareholder base, but they're in there for one reason, and that's for income and as an alternative to term deposits. And if they want to keep everybody sweet, they're going to have to deliver on what they've already promised, which is some sort of extra income. There's talk about $1 to $2 billion over a couple of years, which is 8 to 16 cents a share, which would add to the 8.7% yield it's on, or 12.4% including franking. So people are expecting it. Price up a few cents on the back of the hope that it'll soon be announced.
And we're at the tail end of the profit season now. What didn't the market like about Boral?
The results weren't that flash. They were down 22% in the first half on last year. The number was a little bit below expectations at 67 million when everyone was expecting around 70. But more the worry was their guidance was for a very wide range this year, 150 to 175, when consensus is already for around 175. So you're going to see downgrades to Boral tomorrow. Although they did talk about the US housing market improving. The stock's up 36% since September already, so done its dash and couldn't really afford to disappoint, so down today.
And by contrast, Aristocrat Leisure had all the bells ringing with investors.
Absolutely, completely the other way round. Numbers were 10% ahead of expectations. You're going to see a load of upgrades in Aristocrat Leisure. Net profit up 21%. Their Australian business up 174%. And they talked about a strong growth outlook in 2012, well ahead of last year. So all good, and the stock's up 54% since September, so it's kept going.
Gracious, I'm sure it's a sign of the times. Padley, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.